Life Audio.
Today on Talk About That, John has a serious dilemma when choosing a license plate and is upset by the current trends in facial hair. Meanwhile, I give an update on my scratched car and tell you why it's not quite like the parable of the Good Samaritan. Plus a conversation about cultural baggage around the word Christian and the balance between proclaiming our faith and living our faith. Today's episode is not sponsored by the Pumpkin Patch, the brand new treatment for people addicted to seasonal fall beverages. Need to kick the habit? Try the Pumpkin Patch.
Johnny, we took a week off, but we're back at Talk About That.
People didn't notice. Nobody cares. You think people knew?
I think they probably noticed.
Sorry, I was on the road and I just had a lot going on. It was Labor Day week.
Yeah, was it?
Monday was Labor Day.
Beginning of the week.
Yeah.
That's true. That's why we could have recorded on Monday, but
yeah,
we don't love it enough to skip a holiday. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, it was a wild week. I had tour dates and we had to put our dog down on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, man.
That was hard. Miss Daisy. So we're kind of we're empty nesters now, and it's weird.
Yeah,
but we're hanging in. But yeah, so it was a crazy week, and then I was gone all week. I was gone the whole week, so I couldn't have. There's no way, John. You can't Zoom. We're not going to give you some Zoom.
We've done it before.
Sounds
really
like you're in a tin can.
Yeah,
they've not figured out that technology to make it sound like you're not like.
You gotta have your microphone with you, which we do. We have the ability.
But even with the mics with you, it sounds a little quacky.
Yeah.
Have you not noticed it?
Well, if you used, what was the other thing we used to use?
Zencaster.
Yeah, Zencaster.
Not a sponsor.
That would work pretty well.
Could be.
But then we're not interacting. Like, we're in this amazing space right now, you know.
Thank you for overstating your space. But
your
space is fine.
We had an eventful week as well. I know we talked about my daughter's Lexus.
We talked about her pristine driving record on the last episode of the show.
I'll put it this way. If we were like one of those factories, it would be like, it's been 8 days since the last accident. Yeah. Because that record is now ruined. But it was a very scary day. It was last Thursday.
Yeah.
We got the phone call, but from her. That was good. But she had an accident on the interstate and pretty big collision. And that old 22-year-old Land Cruiser did its job. I'm so grateful to God. And, but it totaled it. And, so we've been in car insurance mode for the last...
car shopping mode, too.
Had to.
John has a new Porsche. I'm proud to report.
I wouldn't say...
Porsche.
I wouldn't say it was the best timing for us financially, but we now have her in a car that will stop itself. So...
and it flies.
I drove it the other day, and it would drive itself. You put it on the smart cruise control and the lane assist, and just take a nap.
Do you want to say who it is, in case they wanted to do an endorsement?
We got a really great deal.
After. Well, we go. We only did it because they were giving these away.
We traded in our Jeep. Okay, got rid of the Jeep, got the insurance money, and then got a great deal on a 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid. Guys, I did the math. The old Lexus GX470 got 12 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
And we drove it 32,000 miles last year.
That's a lot.
With all, she goes to...
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. So we're almost saving like the little bit we had to finance pretty much paid off with gas savings, which is crazy.
I'm going to write a number down on a piece of paper. I'm going to slide it over to you.
Guys, we still need you to be patrons. Maybe
John,
now more than ever.
How would somebody become a patron of the show?
You can go to Talk About That, our brand new website at talkaboutthatpodcast.com.
Yeah, click on the upper right-hand link on the little toolbar up there, and you can support the show. Get ad-free content that way. Send us a note at hello@talkaboutthatpodcast.com.
Don't forget, now you can also click that. You can smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button.
But you can subscribe to our newsletter. And
Sheesh, we're just insufferable. Everybody's just clamoring for attention these days. I'm sorry, y'all. We're glad you give us attention and everything because we need it probably, but something's broken.
We know, but we are encouraged by those who help us that we're supposed to do more. And I think that we do, but we're slow to do more because
we're slow to do more.
We like that's our book title right there. By Johnny W.
I would rather under promise and over deliver.
You're actually the opposite of that. You like to overpromise.
I don't like to overpromise. I just find myself, I'm a people pleaser, which is why I got into comedy.
Yeah.
I want people to have a good time around me.
Yeah.
So that, because it makes me feel like a good person. Like, I'm a good person, right? It's like, probably not, but you're funny. That's enough. But no, but I'm trying not to overpromise as much. I was definitely guilty of it in the old days, but I'm trying. It's hard. But they get a weekly show. You get a week.
Why are you guys complaining so much?
God, get off our backs.
I mean, like, we're doing the best we can here.
Listen, we're already deleting your emails. Can I give you an update on my car situation? Because I talked about it last week. I got a note from a stranger.
That's right.
Who had scratched my car in a parking lot. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I don't know who did it. But anyway, I contacted them. It was not a fake number, which was cool.
Yeah.
That I knew of. They were very apologetic.
If you went to the trouble of leaving a note.
Right, it would be weird to make a fake number.
Leave a note, yeah.
Somebody used to have a bit about that, a comic that I watched in the 80s, and he would be like, I knew a girl gave me a fake number. It was just too quick. She was like, yeah, my number? Yeah, it's 456 78910. And I was like, I suppose that's in the 123 area code. Anyway. It was not a fake number, so that I knew of, because they were like responding and said they were sorry, and I go, well, I got to tell you, this is crazy to me that people, that I'm amazed that you left the note at all, that you're doing the right thing, and you passed the whatever weird test, sociological test this is about whether society's falling apart. So then the question became, he or she said, well, I'll Venmo you. Just let me know what it's going to cost. And I was like, okay. I go to these places, and some of them are AI generated. Like, you send them photos, and they go, our estimate is between, and it's like, because they think it's going to be insurance. Well, this will be outside of insurance. We're doing this under the old.
You know what I'm saying.
And we're trying to keep this out of the old record books, off our permanent record. And so it's not a big scratch, but it is all the way to all the way through both layers, all the way to the metal. And I'm like, well, I got to get it fixed. It'll get rusty. And so I go, okay. But I go, and it took me a long time because I went out of town. So now I thought, well, now I'll contact this person back, because you gave me your paint guy.
Right.
John's got a paint guy.
I do.
Because he's had his truck done, his old truck, which he also got a good deal on. He's a good person who does not spend frivolously.
I got the paint guy mainly when my daughter got a car, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So the paint guy got back to me, said he could do it for like $425. I sent him photos, and I go, well, that's a lot to me for that scratch. But I was like, I'm assuming they got to do, because it's got clear coat, it's got pearl something. And I go, oh boy, here we go. He's throwing words at me. I go, all right. I go, just know I'm not bringing it to you until this person Venmos me. I don't know if they're even real. He goes, yeah, I got it. I go, because this is what's happening. And he goes, oh, I'm interested to see too. So I asked this, I text this person. I go, hey, this is what it says. And I go, and then he or she said, okay, just send me your Venmo. And so I sent a screenshot of my Venmo.
And they empty your bank account.
Which is at, yeah, exactly. Which is at Johnny W, if you want to know my Venmo.
Oh, wow. That's creative.
So then I go, well, I better follow up and be like, I've not sent them an invoice. Because the guy was going to send me an invoice for the thing. And I go, they're just taking my word for it. I go, hey, just so you know, I'm not trying to pull a fast one. Wait until I get an invoice to you. Don't. They were like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I go, I promise I'm not trying to. They were like, no, I get it. So I was like,
I hit your car.
Yeah, I know, but again, I could be like inflating it to try to make money off the scratch or something.
You want to match their integrity. I'm not sure you can.
I'm trying. I know.
I mean,
so I sent them the invoice later that day, and they Venmoed me immediately. I was at lunch, and I just get this Venmo, and I was like, wow, we've got ourselves a real.
Wow.
I don't say Good Samaritan, because the Good Samaritan didn't
like attack the guy.
Didn't attack the guy and then help him.
That would be a complicated Samaritan.
Yeah, it is. He's a problematic Samaritan. He beat me up, then he bandaged my wounds. This is the weirdest parable of all time. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I don't want to give the person's name because I don't know it. But if you're out there and you're listening, I think you're a good person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe they got a lot to hide. Maybe it's something.
Yeah,
going
like
on.
I can't.
Don't file it through the
paying you.
Please don't call the.
Did you tell him you're a comedian?
No, I didn't. No, I don't tell anybody. Even on planes and stuff, I don't. My brother does though. When he used to travel with me, we'd be sitting in the same row, and then somebody would sit between us or whatever, and he'd be like, so is that your guitar up there? And then I'd be like, yeah. And then my brother would go, he's a comedian. I go, what are you doing? Now it's like 2 hours of them asking me questions about comedy. So are you funny? Does your brother think you're funny?
I'm having extensive conversations and research, and none of the people know that I'm a pastor.
Oh, interesting.
Same thing. Like, I just don't. I'm
People
cool.
have their.
I love being a pastor. It's just, I don't know.
What if they need spiritual guidance from you, John? You're denying. No, but I'm saying they're not going to ask unless you tell them.
I can just be.
I can offer spiritual guidance. Do we have to have
pastors to give spiritual guidance? You know, it's a kingdom of priests, Johnny. A kingdom of priests.
Okay, you're right.
There you go.
Kingdom of priests.
So, but it's not a shame.
There is a lot of baggage that people have around that word, though, pastor or even Christian now. Like, it carries a different weight with people than it used to because people have their preconceived stuff.
Yeah, I think I'd rather, I know this sounds cheesy, but I mean it. I think I'd rather just try to be all the things that a Christ follower is.
Be all that you can be in the Lord's army.
Like, just try to be the Christian. Why don't I have to? So we were getting the license plate, and I think we may have had this conversation before, I'm not sure, but getting the new license plate, or they were ordering it at the dealer. They're like, look, you have to pick between either In God We Trust or tnvacation.com.
Oh, now it's a website, tnvacation.com?
Yeah.
Oh, mine was just neither either or.
You have to do one or the other.
Yeah.
And it was like you
either trust in God or vacations.
it was like 10:30 at night, and I looked at Laura. We were exhausted. We spent all day looking at cars, and it takes forever to get all the stuff filled out and everything. Yeah. And they're trying to sell you more warranties and all the things, and you're so tired. You're like, sure,
just add it on.
What am I gonna do not to? And I look at her, I'm like, and I just froze. I was like, I looked at the guy, and it's just so funny because he doesn't.
You want to tell it? Yeah, he doesn't know anything. You're like, look, I do trust in God.
I did. I said, well, I just want you to know, I do trust in God. I'm not sure I have to put it on a license plate to prove it. I'd rather just kind of do it, and because I think like the. But
then he's like, all right, we've got ourselves real.
This guy, we're agnostic.
He's ashamed of the Lord over here.
I think that's the thing is like. We've created or turned this whole.
Well, they call it like the far right calls it virtue signaling. If people on the left try to act like they care more about the poor than you, but like then you have people that are religious that are trying to be like out religious everybody. Yeah, I just don't. I think it's like, come on, man.
We just have so much advertising and product placement of our gospel beliefs. And again, I work in the Christian book industry. I'm aware, but I like the book industry because I'm writing a whole book. I'm not just saying a title.
So your new religion is TennesseeVacation.com. Is that what you're telling the
I think
audience?
That's what I picked. And it wasn't because, again, I think I just was like, I don't know. I don't want to be the guy, just
Are you going to try to sell me a timeshare? Is that what's getting ready to happen?
Johnny, look, for only the cost of a cup of coffee.
This will follow you until your death. Not unlike your religious choices. This is eternal. This timeshare is eternal.
I wonder if someone listening thinks I denied Christ.
Oh, who knows? I mean, that's the thing.
I talked to Jesus today. Like, I had no intention of denying him.
Yeah.
And I would. Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough. It's a tough one. Again, to me, that's the whole thing. Well, even when they put it on the bills, right? Isn't that people think that's like the minute we had money, we put In God We Trust on the bills. That's like a pretty new decision, right? When did it go on? In God We Trust was like 1950s, right?
When?
And that's around the same time as the pledge of like one nation under God.
In God We Trust on currency.
I'm going to be wrong, aren't I?
No, I think it was 20th century. I'm gonna bet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. First appeared 1864.
1864. Okay.
Paper currency though, 1957. So that was on coins.
Okay, paper. Yeah. So when we think of it as a bill, yeah.
Yeah, when it came on the bills.
And that's around the same time as the pledge.
And
One Nation Under God and the Pledge.
I didn't realize this. In 1956, Eisenhower signed legislation officially declaring "In God We Trust" as the national motto, replacing the unofficial motto "E pluribus unum." So that was an unofficial, so they replaced it. Interesting. And I want to see where that falls into the Pledge of Allegiance. And there's a whole talk we can have about that, because to see what year. Because I want to say it was like 50...
I think it's around the same time.
1954.
Yeah.
Well, Original pledge, 1892.
Yeah, but I'm saying the One Nation Under God was.
But under God.
Because it was One Nation Indivisible.
So it's under Eisenhower that under God and in God we trust both happened.
All right.
Wow, that's interesting. Interesting.
In God, what was the old saying? In God we trust, all others must pay cash. Come on, y'all.
Boom. There you
Want
go.
that?
God is my co-pilot. Why is it not your pilot, guys?
Yeah. Why aren't you letting
You should
him?
be the... Let him drive.
Hey, John, speaking of driving.
Okay.
You know what keeps this show driving?
What's that?
Ads. No, it doesn't. We'll do the show even without ads, but we do appreciate our fine sponsors. Let's take a minute and hear from a few of them.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We are. Yeah, so I'm studying oaths of allegiance right now, post Civil War, and even during the Civil War, like in Tennessee, because Nashville's captured already by the Federals. In order for you to sort of make your way in society again while it's being occupied by the Union Army, they already had these oaths of allegiance, and it's such an interesting part of American history that I think nobody knows about who's not studying history. But I'm finding the original like oaths that the people I'm writing about took. And then you begin to learn when Andrew Johnson was the military governor, he created an oath that was stricter than Abraham Lincoln's because he was so mad at his home state, basically, for secession. And he was kind of a paranoid guy, as it was. And so they called it, instead of the amnesty oath, they called it the damnesty oath. Like people hated it. And then the guy who became the governor after he became president was a guy named Parson Brownlow, who used to own slaves, then became basically anti-slave. Like it's crazy how some of the almost abolitionists of that time in the South perhaps had once been slave owners. And he also was a pastor. See previous conversations about the complexities of all that. But he becomes the most hated man in Tennessee history, probably. But these oaths of
I'm
allegiance,
like third, though.
I mean, it's crazy. Like when I say the Pledge of Allegiance now, I think, we've been saying this since we were kids, and most of us don't have a historical timeline that takes it back to those events. That would be where those oaths most likely started, unless someone was becoming a citizen or something right beforehand. But they were doing this because the country had been fractured.
All right.
And they wanted you to pledge, like, basically that you'll never take up arms against the United States and this and that. And finding these things signed by the people is just crazy. And I found my guy actually wrote a letter like that he got sick and couldn't show up before the judge to take his oath. But see, he's writing in his other writings about the fact that he shouldn't have to take the oath because he was a unionist the whole time. They're making everybody do it, which is a big sticking point for him. Like he'd been loyal, put his life on the line,
right?
But he wasn't a soldier.
This is like you with the license plate. You're like, I'm a faith-following person.
I shouldn't have to say this.
Yeah.
Like on the license plate. I just want to say it with my life, Johnny. Not with my license plate.
Want that? Hey, there's a country song right there.
Come on now.
Say it with your life, not your license plate.
Man, I don't think the country
Aaron Tippin
audience would. Aaron Tippin.
Who also wrote the jingle for TennesseeVacations.com. I don't think he did, but he could have.
He could have.
Sounds like something that could be true.
Yeah. Johnny, I think it's about that time.
Oh, okay.
It's my segment. It's a segment we call They Talked About That. Richard Sibbs, 1577 to 1635.
Sibbs?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a made-up name.
Puritan. Interestingly enough, he's English Puritan.
Yeah.
Theologian that sometimes they called him the heavenly doctor because of his gentle Christ-centered ministry. One guy said heaven was in him before he was in heaven. Like he was a beloved guy because he really leaned in to grace. And interestingly enough, he remained with the Church of England, even though he was a Puritan.
Yeah.
And like kept using the Book of Common Prayer and stuff. So really interesting stuff about him. But
do we know anything about his license plate?
I mean, that's the point. Like, how do we know what someone believes without the license plate? Anyway.
So I'm very suspicious of this guy.
I know. Sib says, glory follows afflictions. not as the day follows the night, but as the spring follows the winter. For the winter prepares the soul for the spring, so do afflictions sanctified prepare the soul for glory. Like, I love that, adding the time.
Yeah.
I preached on Sunday, which you guys, you're always welcome to go watch messages that I reference. You can go to churchatpleasantgrove.com or grovechurchmj.com if that's easier. But
all the archived messages right there for you.
We had some families going through some really rough stuff in the last few weeks, and I kind of scrapped a series we were going to do, and just really felt nudged to get into Psalm 40, which is like, Psalm 40 has all of it. Like, you show up for me, also where are you? Like, there's a lot there, but it's a lot about suffering. But the big thing about hope, what I talked about Sunday, is that it's it's waiting. Mm-hmm. In fact, there was one quote that life is waiting, and waiting on the divine level is hoping on the divine level. But there is no walk with Christ in the hope of Christ unless you're waiting on Christ to do something, to show up, to come and make right all things. Right, you're always in a state of waiting, and so it's that time that's really the tension. It's that how long? Think about how many times David said it.
Yeah.
How long, O Lord, will this happen? How long? He's like, we're stuck in time, and God's not.
Yeah.
And so it's not just like a day is like 1,000 years, which is what the scriptures say. But to me, a day is like 1,000,000 years or 1,000,000,000 years when you're in eternity. There's no.
Yeah.
So we feel like, oh my gosh, the delay, and he sees the beginning and the end as the same. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not stuck with it. And interestingly, I really believe, because of that truth, that like he still hears your prayers from when you were 5, as if you had just prayed. Everything you've forgotten, God doesn't forget. That's why I think it's so key, in life to not just judge situations or people by where they are now or where they end even. I'm not saying it's not important, but that doesn't encapsulate the full lifetime.
Right.
And so I just this right here, that afflictions, the glory follows affliction, not as the day follows the night. What we want is the day follows the night. Let's let this 24 hours or this 12 hours or whatever kind of get over, but that they're seasonal, that you won't know maybe till the next season as spring follows winter.
Yeah, and that it's not just a time frame. It's like there's purpose to that time frame, because you wouldn't have been prepared for the glory without the affliction,
Right.
Like I've known people that will scatter seed on snow, grass seed, because it goes through and then the snow melts and waters the seed. I've seen people do it on snowfall. So like there's a usefulness to like winter in your life.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. It's like there's still pain in the Christian life, but it gives like a purpose. It feels like it adds like a purpose to the pain, versus just like it's all meaningless, the nihilism that you see a lot now.
I think we definitely don't know what to do with affliction in the modern world, because in the modern Western world, perhaps more than other places, but we think that feeling uncomfortable means something is wrong.
Yeah.
And everything we have, from these chairs to the cars to all the things, are to increase or decrease our uncomfortableness.
Right. Insulate you from pain, insulate you from suffering.
And so we insulate ourselves from growing a lot of the time. Now, again, it also makes sense to me to put my daughter in a car with a 5-star safety feature.
Nobody's mad about your car purchase, John.
Like, to be wise, I want to avoid that suffering of her having a catastrophic accident. So there's a line there. But I think also there's an affliction of the soul and of the mind and other things. Like, you don't have to have even situationally. Or smaller situations can bring big affliction, because the Bible does say that there's a suffering that's common to man or to humankind. But we got to be careful in the Western world where there's lots of people in poverty and slavery and other things in the Western world. So I don't mean to indicate that ours is that much different, but places you and I have traveled before where, there's a higher level of food scarcity, or there's a higher level of threat from a tyrant in charge, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Not a lot of checks and balances or systems to protect people. We can say, well, we're so grateful for what we have. But we also got to realize, so we see their suffering in the physical, literal sense could be greater than ours. Also, the feeling of that suffering to our own capacity with our own situation will be felt by us as well. Mm-hmm. There's a quote I almost read. I'll read maybe next week. Hey, let's just do it. I'm just going to do it.
John, 2 quotes?
I know.
Get yourself out of here.
I think this is
unheard of.
W.C. Fields, a rich man is nothing but a poor man with money. Right. And I think that even goes into this. Yeah. Like, we're not exempt from the human condition or from the human sufferings. We all have a chance to be formed by them or to resent them. We all have a chance to try to live in the tension of them or just shake our hands at the heavens or a fist at the heavens. You can wave, I guess, if you shake your hand to the heavens.
Shake your hand to the heavens.
But anyway, Puritan theology, man.
Sib. Mr. Sibbs.
I mean, I'm assuming it's pronounced Sibbs. It's got 2 B's.
It looks, I like it.
There's no way to know.
No, it's fine. John, let's do my segments. Let's start with Old Jokes with Johnny. We call a joke about that. John, what do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
What?
Philippe. Okay, that's a dumb one. I'm sorry. We had to start out with that one just because it made me chuckle a little bit this morning, even though I know it's kind of a dad joke. John, 2 guys are walking their dogs on a hot day when they pass by a pub. Classic start to a joke. First guy says, let's go in there for a pint. Second guy says, they won't let us in with our dogs. First guy says, sure they will. Just follow my lead. He goes up to the pub. Sure enough, the doorman says, I can't let you in here with that dog. He replies, oh, I'm blind, and this is my seeing eye dog. The doorman says, okay, come on in. The second guy sees this and does the same thing. He goes up to the pub. The doorman says, you can't come in here with a dog. He replies, I'm blind. This is my seeing eye dog. The doorman responds, you have a chihuahua for a seeing eye dog? The second guy stops for a second and exclaims, they gave me a chihuahua? It's pretty good.
That's good.
Pretty good one. John, let's, I've got one more.
Oh, okay.
I've got one more. That's so stupid. This guy, this is another classic trope in humor where this guy breaks down near a farm. Mm-hmm. Many jokes start that way. Goes up, the farmer greets him, and he sees that the farmer is holding a pig with a wooden leg, and the pig's just wandering around the farm. But this well-crafted wooden leg. His curiosity gets the better of him, and he waves the farmer over. Sorry to bug you, but I just have to ask, how did that pig end up with a wooden leg? The farmer laughs. Well, that pig, he's mighty special. Pilot light on our oven malfunctioned in the middle of the night, set the whole kitchen on fire. But that pig, he ran to the back door, kicked it in, ran through the fire, up the stairs, kicked open the door of my wife and I's bedroom, oinked furiously till we woke up. Before we could do anything, the pig ran into our infant daughter's room, dragged her out of the crib, carried her safely on his back until all of us were away from the house. That pig saved my entire family's life. The man's amazed. That's incredible, but how does that explain the wooden leg? Farmer shakes his head. Great pig like that. You can't eat them all at once.
I knew that was
Great joke. Classic joke. That's one of those ones I can always remember when you need to remember like an old joke for somebody. Yeah. For whatever reason, that's one of the ones that I think of as the pig with the wooden leg.
Now, that punchline, we used to do characters here in videos called Mort and Chet. We were like newscasters. Yeah. And sometimes we would come back from a break and you would just give the punchline.
Yeah. That's probably one of the ones.
We wouldn't know. That'd be great. Like, great pig like that. And we'd start laughing. Oh, we're live. We're back, but no one knows the joke. So, because it's just funny.
If this is my pen, where's my thermometer?
Right. Yeah. And we laugh. But because it's like, you just want to imagine, how did they even get here?
Wait, if this is my thermometer, I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's backwards.
Yeah.
You're trying to.
So the doctor says.
The doctor said it's got to be your bull. Okay, right. John, let's move forward. This week in history, we call it Talk About Then. John, this week, this one's a big one for you because the first drunk driving offense happened in 1897. This week, 1897, which seems like that's wild, right? Because when was the automobile wasn't really popularized until what? Early 1900s, correct? 25-year-old London taxi driver George Smith. This guy's driving other people drunk.
Wow.
George Smith is arrested and convicted the same day he had driven his electric cab. So this is early days, because remember, there was a lot of electric cars in the old days. They just didn't go very fast. He had driven his electric cab into a building after having, quote, a few, unquote, beers.
Some strong beer.
He pleaded guilty and was fined 25 shillings, which I don't know what that is in today's money, but our best to the family of George Smith, and I hope he turned his life around and his car around.
Yeah.
He ran an electric car into a building.
Yeah.
Now electric cars wouldn't do that. It would protect you, just like Sadie's car.
That's right.
It would be like, it would stop you. I don't know. It's sending a telegram, your car is.
Morse code.
John, this week, 1873, the first practical typewriter is built. Christopher Latham Scholes and Samuel W. Soule. It helped. It typed only capital letters and the numbers 2 through 9, which is fascinating to me because that means they used the 1 and the L and the O as their 1 and 0. But the L was a capital L, so it wouldn't have looked like a 1. But they had to know. So if you ever saw
number L,
if you ever saw the number, you'd be like, "What's going on?" It had been patented in 1868, so it was 1873. Patented 1868, just 5 years earlier. Scholes also coined the word typewriter and created the QWERTY keyboard layout, which he used on his typewriter. So I thought this was fascinating. Why it made the list is this guy had his keys laid out kind of how he thought would be best for him. There was no real reason for it.
Right.
He just thought, this is what I like. And it caught on, and now we still have QWERTY keyboards.
He must have thought like home row.
There was a lot of cues in language back then that we don't use as many cues, maybe, right? Do you think that was what was going on? Why QWERTY? Why did you start with the Q?
But Q's in the top row, which you use less. It's just about the home row is the middle row. So A, S, D, F, J, K, L, and then you got colon, semicolon. That's where we get at. Like, why would I need that to be? Yeah, maybe that's just so it positions my hands are on my keyboard right now.
Yeah,
to try to figure.
But see, you took a typing class. I took like 9 weeks of typing.
Do you?
I didn't.
Do you hunt and peck?
Oh, I'm hunting pecker still.
You don't actually.
Yeah, I hunt and peck, and that's what I do.
You're going to need a writer when this book comes around.
Huh?
You're going to need someone to write your book. You can't hunt and peck. I can 50,000 words.
Well, I'm not going to. I'm going to dictate it into.
Good luck with that.
You just want
Fool.
You just want the job, is what you want.
Well, yeah.
No, it's fine.
It'll be great. It'll be fun.
I'm sure we'll work something out. I don't know, but I remember like there's been comics that have this about like when they took typing class, they would have focused more if they'd known typing was going to be a part of our everyday life now. Yeah. But you just thought, I'm not going to be a secretary.
Well, I don't ever need this.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And so you don't focus,
let me play Oregon Trail.
And now every day you're like, how do I spell restaurant?
Yeah.
How do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this, I have mixed emotions about AI.
Okay.
I'm the only one, I think. Everybody
else is pretty on board.
But get rid of chat if you have it. Don't use chat.
Because you're on what now? You're past Grok even. You're on Grok. You're on Gorb.
Claude. Guys, Claude.
Is it Claude? Claude?
Yeah.
Or Claude, CLOD?
No.
Like a dirt
like
clod.
Claude with AUD.
Claude.
Yeah, he's pretty great. Like, I can train him and he'll do it. The others, you could train them, and I
think you have the illusion of control, and this thing is getting ready to turn the tables.
Well, like I could say to chat to do something like I did this and give you a link, and if you don't check it, it's most likely wrong. And you go, but chat, I told you to do this. You're like, sorry, you're right. I'll do it again, and it'll do it 10 times.
So it's saying this to you in a voice?
Yours doesn't talk to you.
Oh boy, you and Claude need to work some things out. John, a couple more. This was interesting to me, and another one that's going to ring true for you.
Okay.
This week, 1922, the word obey was removed from the marriage vows of the U.S. Protestant Episcopal Church.
Wow.
So until then, it was love, honor, obey, I guess. I think that's what I'm reading in there. There was even an old song people would sing at their weddings called Trust and Obey. Trust and obey. Oof.
Yeah.
But yeah, love, honor, obey was in, I guess the wife didn't have to, or the husband didn't have to say love, honor, obey. It was only the wife that had to say love, honor, obey. It was removed from the marriage. What do you think about that, John, 1922? John's almost caught up with the times. He's like, I'm willing to sort of bend on this a bit.
I would agree with the change.
Okay.
How about that? It's a controversial statement, I understand.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and take obey. out of our marriage vows. How about this one, John? Finally, born this week, 1877. The father of electric razors. Do you want to take a guess on his last name?
Gillette.
Schick. Colonel Jacob Schick, no less. American-born Canadian inventor. Known as the father of electric razors, he patented his electric razor in 1928 and formed the Schick Dry Shaver Inc. Razor Company. The patented application stated, quote, the invention is designed to provide a shaving implement that does not require the usual prior application of lather or its equivalent to the face, as a cutting of the hair can be done while the face and hairs are comparatively dry. That's a long statement.
Well, you got to get your
long motto. You got to make sure you get your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Schick became a Canadian citizen in 1935. This is where it gets a little bit. Makes him interesting and why he makes the list. He became a Canadian citizen in 1935 to avoid an investigation for tax evasion after he moved most of his wealth to a series of holding companies in the Bahamas.
You can just change your citizenship and get out of that?
Well, in 1935, you could, I guess. You just thought, I'm under investigation.
If I knew that, there'd be a lot of changes, Johnny, that had already happened, if you know what I'm saying.
John's out here buying cars, moving money around.
Let me tell you.
Wow. Anyway, Schick is still a gigantic company, so whatever he did held everything at bay, I guess.
Wow.
But yeah, he had some...
Interesting.
And I don't know if they'd ever, whatever. It just said to avoid an investigation for tax evasion.
Maybe he was innocent and
he just moved all his money to the...
That's why he changed his citizenship anyway. I mean, to avoid an investigation,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We neither support nor condemn Mr.
Schick. What if Schick was a sponsor? Wouldn't that be something if like...
the next commercials.
The best of man. No, that's Gillette.
That's Gillette.
Schick.
The best. They just copy it. And then he changed his citizenship again because he had copied the Gillette.
There's some old jingles that just still... I don't know if jingles like have that same weight anymore where you still can... like. Do you think Sadie has jingles that she will remember from products?
Yeah.
That stick in your head? Like, I know that's what they do. That's what the art of it is.
I bet they know that.
Do you think Sadie would know I'm loving it? That was like she was a baby.
But they still use it.
Oh, they still do?
Yeah, but they don't say the whole thing. It's just like the old guy will finish.
They don't say I'm loving it.
You want a croissant sandwich. He just does this thing at the end. It's not like the real song.
Yeah.
And I do want a croissant sandwich.
Yeah, now that you said that.
Sandwich is
That's Burger King. You've got it all wrong.
Wow.
Don't you have when you watch an ad, you're like, God, what a memorable ad. Then you can't remember what they were even advertising.
Yeah.
You're like, was that for jeans? Or was that for the lamp behind them? What are we doing?
Air.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ads. I'll see these billboards, and I really don't know. It's some sort of financial services for whom, I'm not sure. Yeah. I just know it's not me.
Yeah,
I don't even know. We'll help you get your team streamlined. And I was like,
yeah, I don't think you
put a whole billboard up.
Yeah.
And most of us are not going to use that.
You're not after me.
No, I don't.
It's like those JG. I never said the JG Wentworth, I have a structured settlement, but I need cash. Now it's like, how many structured settlements are there out there that you can afford to advertise nonstop?
Yeah.
When I was like a 20-something, like it'd be like, I have a structured settlement. I was like, what in the world? How many people have like lottery holdings that they're like, but I want the lump sum.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't know.
They have like 3 clients.
But I guess there are divorces where people do structured settlements or they have like a lump sum thing. But it's like, this is a lot of...
I don't like you insinuating that someone getting a divorce is like winning the lottery.
People, come on.
I think that's...
People were talking about that,
can't
like,
you said that.
when you, like, well, I want to make sure my kid, blah, 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 and it's not probate and all this stuff. And I was like, all I inherited was debt.
Yeah.
I don't know who these people are. They're like, I got to make sure everything's set up for when my parents...
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know, man. It was a mess.
You went and paid off a bunch of bills.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, we hope that you're doing better out there, folks.
Yeah.
We do.
We do, yeah. I mean, it's a good time to be alive, Johnny.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it is. I mean, I'm trying to, this morning in my run, I mean, it was so pristine, perfect weather.
Oh yeah, this is the fall.
I mean, the
it's
trees,
happening.
I could see the lake and the sun, and I was just like, man, I have so many things to be worried about that I'll miss this day. So I'm really working on like, okay, there's always something to worry about, and it's real. Like, they're not fake things. But can I
ignore it and look at the trees?
See the day as the gift that it is, right? So,
yes. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's put our head in the sand. Everybody do what John does and just go stare at trees.
You know me,
and pretend
guys.
You don't have money.
No worrying here about anything.
No.
That's my
John, it's fine. Listen, you have a structured settlement.
JG.
But the problem is, it seems great. Hey, I got a structured settlement.
But I want cash now.
Who do I call? Those jingles, though. 800-588-2300. Empire Today.
Yeah.
Why? Why did we? And that was like a national chain. I guess they installed carpet. I don't.
What do you think about Liberty? Like,
oh, that's a bad one. But again, it works. Yeah.
But you remember it, though you don't like it. Liberty.
Somebody got paid a lot of money to write that.
Yeah.
That's the part that
could
annoys
have been
me.
us.
Yeah, should be.
See,
I would still take the money if they would offer it.
Yeah, it's not too late.
Even though I didn't write it.
I mean, someone else wrote it, but
Liberty.
Can you think of another one that really sticks?
Oh, there's a bunch. Well, today, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of ones that aren't local. But yeah, you've got your Limu, Emu, and Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the jingle that gets you as much as the characters on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, also
the
Liberty.
horns. It feels like an old detective show or whatever, one of those old cop shows. That's their vibe.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, but I wonder if like Sadie understands the vibe they're going for. It's very Starsky and Hutch. Like, they're going for the old Mannix, Starsky and Hutch.
I mean,
but with an emu.
We were at that Tennessee football game last week, and did you notice how many like the young men had just mustaches in a way that are
they're coming back? Yeah, it's not ironic mustaches, like for real mustaches. But mullets are coming back.
But they look silly to me with the mustache. They look to me. I'm like, oh, poor kid. Like that's how I feel. But I guess the girls love it. Or
the girls like the mustache,
and I'm like, do they though, or are they just feeling like they have to conform? They can't surely like it for real. They're just waiting for.
Are you saying that Doug is bringing the mustache back?
No, it's not.
You think Doug is your guy?
I don't know who brought it back. I know that you will not be seeing that on us.
You don't want. Maybe
if you came with a mustache one day.
Oh man, I might do it just to be
like you keep the handlebar or whatever. Like
go Hulk Hogan with it.
Yeah, I mean that's the similarities between you and Hulk Hogan are.
Well, there's a lot.
So many.
There's a lot in there.
He ripped his shirt off at lunch today,
We both slammed Andre the Giant.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm letting you take it next.
It's fine. Anyway, thanks for listening, folks.
Yeah. It means a lot. You guys should check out JonnieW.com for new tour dates.
So many tour dates.
He's everywhere.
If you miss these shows, I'm going to be so upset because people always say, you don't go to my town. I'm going to your town. Stop it.
He's probably coming somewhere near your town.
Please, you can drive a minute. I'm not coming to your driveway necessarily, but you can make an effort. I'm making an effort.
I mean, if you want him to come to your driveway, go to his website and fill out the booking form.
I'm sorry I yelled.
So, well, you do have an anger problem.
I do. I apologize.
We don't like to talk about it.
But I love getting to see people on the road. Somebody asked me that. I had a VIP event or a Q&A thing the other day, which I normally don't like, but I did it because it was my brother's ministry. So they were like, we have VIP tickets we sold. And I was like, oh boy, I got to go into this room now and act like I'm more famous than I am. Because people are like, why would we? And so I took a few questions and I always feel uncomfortable. But somebody was asking me like, how do you feel? Is it weird to be on social media and like have videos go viral? Like, what is your feeling about social media? And I was like, I'm very torn. I said, there are parts of me that just believe that it's a cesspool and it's kind of ruining culture. But then like, what I love about social media is people who would not otherwise have an interaction with me in real life. I get to be in a room with y'all right now, and you guys are going to help this ministry now because of social media, because of a clip that you saw. So when it turns into a real life interaction that's organic, that's when I think it's good. When it stays totally digital and you have keyboard warriors behind keyboards being like, I don't think this is and you're just like writing the cruelest thing you can think of, and they feel safe. That's when you go, I got to get out of here. So you take the good, you take the bad, John. You take them both, and there you have.
The facts of life. Guys, all that being said, please follow Johnny on socials.
At Johnny W Comedy. And we appreciate it. I appreciate you following. But yeah, I like it when it turns. So I like all that to say, I like seeing you guys out on the road and saying, oh, I listened to the podcast. How's John doing? I heard about Sadie's car accident. Hope that, like, they'll say things from my life. Somebody said at the show last week, they were like, I'm so sorry to hear about Daisy, and we saw your tribute to Daisy, and it was so sweet, and I just lost my dog. And they would tell me, that's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
But it turns it so quickly into other things, which I do are out of your control, and I don't like that. But please follow me and have those nice moments with me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to encourage more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be the change that you wish was in the world, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You can start right now by going to Johnny's social media.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need. That's your first step.
That's the great first step. So, well, guys, thanks for the time you gave us today. It was a lot of fun. Let's do it again next week. Here on
Talk about that.